guess where I am. I'm just up here for a quick hit. So it's just gonna be a one-nighter with this fire, and check the trail cams, and check on the bees, of course, and just enjoy some of this tropical February, early February weather. Just a gorgeous afternoon. I've only been up here for a few minutes, but got some smoke coming out of the chimney already. And might even have some power in the battery because the solar panels are still bringing in a little bit of sun here. This one gets the afternoon sun. Don't have that one hooked up yet, but that's coming. I stopped in at Crappy Tire to pick up a couple of kayak racks because I want to get these kayaks moved so they're not, just sitting in the snow here and actually hanging on the wall. But it's a project for the next video. I can see lots of geese and can hear them down there, geese and the ducks. I don't expect the swans are making much of an appearance this year, trumpeter swans. And that's because they only come in the winter as soon as the water has frozen elsewhere in the area. And they come down to the creek. The creek rarely freezes. But all the water, the big lakes, most of them are still open water. Never quite froze this winter. These are my storage boxes, but we'll have a look at the actual bees soon. Just going to unpack the back of the truck here and I'm not going to get too settled in because, like I said, I'm only here for the night. Hello, little cabin. How you doing? Got some nice new wind chimes. I'll have to find a place to put them out in the woods. Made myself a coffee already. Very important. Ah, yes, baby. And it doesn't look too bad in here. Driving in. Gotta change the battery in the smoke alarm. But driving in here, I was wondering how many trees would be down. And although I haven't taken a full walk around the property, it doesn't look too bad. Mostly just branches. But let's get settled in here, warm things up, and start the weekend. Now the wood situation is a little bit dire, and maple syrup season is coming, so I'm gonna have to get to work on that. So let's get this bad boy out, ready for tonight. Thankfully, these two shelters are still hanging in there. This one right here just went up about 3 years ago, and it already has some tears in the top. And it's really just from the amount of snow and ice that and branches, I guess, that it gets pelts with. The other one's been up for probably about 7 or 8 years now, and it's hanging in very nicely. So, anyways, very happy to see them standing. Got a nice fire going. Got some wood piled up around it, drying out. Alright, so first thing we'll do is have a look at the hives. Let's make sure things are still buzzing. Let's hope. Sure, making a racket, aren't they? Nice racket, though. Better than city noises.
A few moments later.
Definitely got some bees in there. Yep, and I can hear them. In fact, there's one who's going to come right out and bite me in the ear. So good. 2 for 2 up here. Now this is, you know, we're right at the beginning of February here, so they've got a ways to go, that's for sure. You know, one of the bigger concerns this year is because it's been such a mild winter, like really, really mild, that the bees would be a little more active. They wouldn't be, their metabolism slows right down. So they're not eating as much. But when it's warmer out, they're a little more active, and they could very well go through their winter honey stores a little bit faster. Snow is just that perfect crunch. Okay. Here's a few more colonies down here. We'll see. I've had hives before that have been really, really, really quiet, and then a few weeks later I find a colony of bees in there. So, but this one, not sure. And that's okay. I mean, you want to see all your colonies survive the winters, of course. But normal winter mortality rates. I say normal because it just really varies year to year. But if you can keep them under 25%, you're doing pretty good. The next exciting thing coming up really soon is maple sugar. Looks like a fairly fresh coyote track. Is that coyote? Is that a bobcat? What is that? Okay, let's have a quick boo with the battery. Let's see how much. 12.4, fully charged. Good job. Good job, solar batteries. Oh, yeah. I really do need to improve my eaves trough deal here because, I've got these leaf gutters, but this ice, every year this ice slides down, and I'm almost always repairing my eaves trough. It's kind of part of my routine now in the spring. But that'll help. Just get this last little bit of snow off of this guy. Snow is just a big chunk of ice. I often take this solar panel down and move it to a wall, just because when there's so much ice buildup like this, one year it actually pushed the solar panel right off the roof. Didn't break it, thankfully, but anyways, it's going to be mild the next couple of days, so let that melt, and obviously I'm getting enough sun between this panel and this one to charge that battery up. Oh, nice and toasty in here. I'm being a little bit lazy today. I know it's worth the effort to make real coffee, but sometimes you're just damn lazy. I know. I know.
The piano player Albert Ammons.
Alright, I almost hate to ruin such a beautiful fire with such a terrible breakfast. I'm fully aware that it's probably just as easy to actually cook eggs and bacon. But every once in a while, you just feel like doing a little bit less work than you have to do. When you're only up for one night, you might as well make things as easy as possible. But I do generally eat healthier than this. Just saying. Just saying.